Hello everyone, welcome back to another great episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Today we are going to be making Punjabi samosas, and I decided we're going to do the baked version. So I'm going to show you the baked version, but I didn't think you needed to see how I was going to fry them. So I have two versions here, the baked version and the fried version. And so if you want to know how I did this, let's go ahead and quickly discuss all the ingredients. Here we have 2.5 cups of white all-purpose flour, salt, Himalayan salt that I'm using. You don't have to. For taste, I'm going to be using a teaspoon of it. And then we're going to be using a teaspoon and a half of ajwain seeds or carom seeds. Now these smell really, really good. You can also use cumin seeds if you like. I like the taste of ajwain, so I'm going to use the ajwain seeds. We're going to be using 4 tablespoons of ghee, which is homemade. If you want to see that video, I have that video, and you can find that on the Raihana's Cuisines channel. I have 1 cup of water, and once we start binding the dough, I will let you know if we use the whole cup but when you're binding the dough, you're not always going to be using the same measurement I am. It's going to depend on your flour and the humidity that wherever you are. So we're gonna make a good semi-stiff dough here. So let's get started. Here you can see what I'm doing is I am trying to actually massage the ghee into the white flour, and I'm really trying to get those kernels. And you can take both hands and you can do it this way if you like, and just massage it really well. This is what's gonna give your samosas a really nice soft texture as well as a really nice crispy texture. I've banded the dough. I'm going to take a wet cloth, put it on top. We're going to give this 25 minutes. This is really, really important to rest your dough for 25 minutes. It's super important. It's going to make a big difference on how the end product is going to come out. So here we are going to be using, you don't need much oil. So we're going to be using about 1.5 tablespoons to 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I have 3 big potatoes here that I have already boiled. I have some peas here that I just quickly just put it in hot water and I took it out. I have about 1/2 teaspoon of salt here. I have some fresh coriander. Now this really, really gives it that taste, that really, really good taste. So we're gonna be doing that. I did forget my ginger and garlic, so I'll go grab that. I have here 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, which we use on pizzas. I have here 1/4 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1/4 teaspoon of coriander powder. I have a tablespoon of amchur powder or mango powder. Now, you can lessen this if you like. I really like the filling to be super tasty, a little sour. And also you can also increase the amount of pepper flakes, or you can also add cayenne for the heat. You guys know that I don't eat very spicy food, so that's why I've only put that much. And then here I have 1/4 teaspoon of mustard seeds, 1/4 teaspoon of cumin seeds. Here I have really tiny cilantro, curry leaves. And they're pretty small, so I've taken about 8 of them. And then in this little plate here, I have a teaspoon of lemon pepper and just a dash of turmeric. And if you like more turmeric in it, go ahead. I want to make them a little bit lighter in color, so I added less turmeric in there. That's about it. So let's go ahead and put this all together. So you can see here, I added all my spices. I added everything that I had shown you in the description. And then the most important thing was then I did a taste test to make sure that the taste is spot on. At this time, you want to do that and adjust the seasoning. You want to add more cayenne. If you want to make it spicy, add some jalapeno peppers in there, or you could add serrano peppers cut, or chili peppers just cut very tiny pieces. So basically, this is ready. What we're going to do is let this completely cool down before we stuff them. I'm going to show you two ways of doing this. One we're going to do is a little time consuming, and I'm going to warn you, it's not too bad, but I love making them. So basically, I've made all my rounds here, and I'm just going to take a little bit of flour, not too much, and just go ahead and make a circle, just like a roti. Now, the one I'm showing you right now is going to be double layered. So this one can be thinner. It's okay if it's thinner because it's going to be a double layer. And then the plain one I'll show you, that one has to be a little thick so the samosa comes out nice and crispy. So remember, you can also fry these if you like, but this is going to be our baked version of it. All right, so see how we got this? So now what I am going to do is I'm going to cut it in half, just like so, okay? Then I am going to take like a pastry cutter or even a knife, and I'm going to give it some slits here, just like that. But I'm not going all the way. You want to leave this much space. You want to leave that space, all right? And all right, so we got that done. Now you're going to take some water, and you're going to just rub it right on top, just like so. You're going to take the top layer and go over the slit one, and then we're just gonna make sure that it is sealed. Okay, now I'm gonna take more water and just do the outer layer because we're gonna seal this, okay? So we're gonna bring it up, close it, put your finger inside, so you have something to press on, and then just seal it, just like that. I'm gonna seal it even more, but you wanna hold it, the part where you're doing, you wanna hold that one towards you. And if you feel that there's any part that is coming off like that, which I've never had a problem with, I don't know why it's having a problem right now, but that's okay. It's at least you can see it. This can happen to you as well. All right, so you see that? And now I am going to just press this to make it thinner. I hate it when I'm having the samosas and this part is got a lot of doughy part to it. I don't like that. So now we're going to add the potato mixture in here, potato and pea mixture, like so. We're gonna close it in like that. Now, you just take your fingers and you pinch it all the way, just like so. See that? Now you wanna make it sit. And then I'm gonna come back and seal this. All right. So I want you to take a look here that these are the decorative ones that you can do. Now what we can do is we can do a plain one as well. And for the plain one, you just need, you're gonna be able to get 2 samosas out of it because you're not gonna double layer it, okay? Let's just make a chapati like this. Now, we're not gonna make this very thin because you want it to be thick. Okay, so this is not going to be as thick as roti. This is going to be probably 2 times the depth of the roti. All right, I think this is good enough. Always remember to get the sides. Okay, see that? All right. So you see, this is the longer side, this is the shorter side. Give that a cut. Move that one aside. Now let's just add a little bit of water. Then you take the two sides and you bring it in. Put your fingers inside so you have room. You have something to press on. All right. This will be towards you, the seal. Now, just go ahead and make sure that that part is a little wet. Put in the potato mixture just like so. Okay. And then just do it the same way as we did where we closed it. Just like that. Okay. Make it sit. And just press it so it's sealed really, really nicely. So compared to this one, compared to this one, you see there's a difference. There's a plain one and then this is the striped one. So I'm gonna go ahead, finish all of them up. I'm gonna put this in a 375-degree oven that has already been preheated, and we'll cook that for at least 25 minutes and we'll see how that goes. Now I'm gonna stick these in the oven. Before you stick these in the oven, they need a good amount of brush of oil on it. You know, you've seen that I've done some of them already. So you just wanna take some olive oil. I love using olive oil. And we're just going to make sure that there's a good layer of oil. You can see all of these are oiled. Now we're gonna stick these in the oven. And then when we come back, I'm gonna show you how beautiful they look. So our baked samosas are done, and I decided to fry some as well. But I want to show you the baked samosas, what they look like inside. They're like this. Now, I was doing a taste test. The way they're baked up are really, really good. The outer part is not super hard, but it's not as crispy. But I think it's just perfect. And I have to let you know that if you do this in the oven, you have to, once you cook it, it's going to take about 12 minutes to 15 minutes for them to cook on the middle rack. I then put them on the top rack and I turn my broil on. And when you turn your broil on, you want to stand right there. You don't want to move from there because it's going to take 2 seconds and they're going to be completely burnt. So the baked versions have come out really, really good. And then we have the fried versions here, and those are also, I love the way that they have come out as well. So whichever method you decide to do it, fried or baked, they've come out amazing. So thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Hope you can join me here next time with another great video. See you then, friends.